At a post office, which is going to be working overtime today, it is taxed.
600 Try-A-Bed is now going to make buying a new mattress easy for you. From now on, you will no longer ever have to go through the hassle of phony department store mattress sales, high-pressure mattress salesmen, or haggling over a mattress price. 1-800 Try-A-Bed is now announcing drastic permanent price reductions on all of their brand-name mattress sets. 1-800 Try-A-Bed is the largest area dealer of brand-name mattresses. The same mattresses found at expensive department stores and other 800 numbers. The difference is now 1-800 Try-A-Bed guarantees up front to have the lowest prices on all Sealy Posturepedic, Certa-Perfect Sleeper, and Spring Air mattresses, or else you'll get your new mattress for free. Besides this incredible low price guarantee, 1-800 Try-A-Bed still offers their unbeatable package of free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Call 1-800 Try-A-Bed today for the guaranteed lowest prices on all brand name mattresses, and you'll never have to worry about whether you could have gotten a better deal elsewhere. That's 1-800 Try-A-B-E-D. That's 1-800 Try-A-Bed, the smart way to buy a mattress. And welcome to Meet the VIPs, our guest today. Obviously, it's a Monday. There she is, Mary Michele. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you, Mike?
I'm going to take a breath here. Feels much better. We've got to get right to the phones because we don't like to keep people who are sitting on their car phones waiting too long. Nancy, are you there? Nancy, can you hear me? Nancy, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Okay, good morning. Give us your date of birth, please.
May 3rd, 1950.
All right, 5-3-50. Mary Michele, you're on with her.
Hi, Nancy. Did you have a particular question?
I'm having a real tough time with my daughter. Not myself, but just everything around me is kind of falling apart, and I'm wondering if I'm hitting some rough roads here, or will I get out of this one?
Okay. You were born just after the full moon, which makes your relationships in general something that is very much about polarities, extremes. You know, you have to, what you're working out is how to bring things down to a moderate level with your relationships. Taurus is a fixed sign. Change is not something that comes easily. It's a very comforting sign. As a parent, I'm sure that you're someone that provides a tremendous amount of security, but lots of times children need to have, they need to not have security. They need to have someone allow them to be chaotic. It's always a push-pull. With the moon in Sagittarius, you're philosophical, so you do have the ability to roll with it somewhat. You also have Mercury in Taurus, Mars in Virgo, Jupiter in Pisces, Venus in Pisces. You have a Venus-Jupiter conjunction. That's very nice. Venus is exalted. Your ability to love people is very pure. You know, there's always a higher thing going on with it. You know, it should have been bad, or more difficult with her for the last 2.5 years, but there should have been a shift, in the last week or so. Perhaps, right now with the sun in Aries, it's a little bit, there's too much activity going on. The springtime is a time that people want to have, they want to make big changes and they want to go out there and they want to have fun. How old is she?
She is 16.
Well, that adolescent period, I think in the springtime, it gets a little, things get more difficult for the person, the adolescent and the parent. If you just think of the 1st of May and how everybody wants to go out and party kind of thing. So I think that, certainly for you throughout the year, it's a lucky year for you in terms of making money, your ability to make money, your ability to work hard. Any detail-oriented work that you do, you'll have a lot of luck with that. The structure in your life, you'll be having luck with the structure in your life. I think if you focus on yourself and what you need to do in your career, are you a working person?
I'm a homemaker.
If there's something that you would like to do in the outside world in some capacity, you would have a lot of luck with it this year. But, focus more on yourself, and she'll be fine.
Okay, thank you very much. We apologize. The car phone was going through little peaks and valleys there of where people could talk to him. Let's get to line 4. Judy is here. Judy, are you there? Judy, can you hear me? Hello? Judy? Judy, are you there? Judy, can you hear me? All right, we seem to be having a problem. Let's try this. Judy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, we found you. We had to push the right button. It said number 4, and it was number 3. Date of birth, please.
February 6, 1954.
Hi, Judy. Did you have a particular question?
Yes, I was in a car accident in 1992, and I've been waiting for the case to come to court, and it's finally going to come to court in April. Any ideas of how it will turn out, and on the romance side, what will happen?
Okay. Let's see. Let me deal with the car accident. 2654. The sun in Aquarius, the moon in Aries. Is there a lady lawyer involved with this, or
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Do you get along with her?
Off and on. She's a very unpredictable kind of person.
Well, I'm sure that, you have to be careful with her. She is going through kind of a rough time vis-a-vis you right now. So probably her own life, but it's coming on into your life. I don't know. Is there some way to work around her?
Not that I know of, because I was going to try to eliminate her and go to another lawyer, but he said by doing so, then the whole case starts all over again. And seeing I'm so close to going to court, I didn't want to wait another 3-4 years down the line.
When in April is the court date?
April 14th.
April 14th. All right, well, in general, it's kind of the sun and the moon are harmoniously aspected in your chart. Right now, the sun is in Aries. You have the moon in Aries. So your unconscious is kind of doing battle. And it should be a time when you will be able to do battle well, but you really have to think about it. Aries is not a sign that likes to think first. It likes to act first. Okay. So you have to think about it very carefully. I think the odds are pretty good that, things should go in your favor, but they're also pretty good that they might not happen this month.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. And if it doesn't happen this month, I think again about switching lawyers if you can.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
What about on the romance side?
The romance. Okay. Did you meet someone in January?
No, we've been almost together for a year.
A year.
And he's 9 years older than I am. But he's been married 3 times, and he keeps on saying to me that he can't guarantee that he won't cheat on me down the line. So it's a deal where, yeah, he loves you, but he wants you and he doesn't want you.
Well, I think someone that says that, they're kind of, it's kind of, in a way, a peculiar way of saying something very nice to you, because I think usually if someone says that, the odds are they won't. It's the ones that don't that will.
Okay. Well, he says that before he does it, he'll tell me. So, thank you very much. But
I don't think that he's... What happened in January with him?
Well, we got into a big argument, and I got thrown out of the house, his apartment. He called me up, started crying, and said that he wanted me back. I was the best thing that happened to his life. And I came back.
Well, I think that is probably because the decision was that you came back, that's the way it's going to be with him.
Okay.
I think that he probably is someone that needs to learn how to express himself better, if he possibly can, and maybe you're in his life to help him do that. This Aquarian energy, you have a lot of planets in Aquarius, not just the sun, you have Venus there. You have unusual ways of communicating. You can work with him and help him to see, by trying different methods, ways of communicating, and it sounds like he needs to do that.
Okay. I'm trying.
All right. Keep at it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for calling. We're going to get to Teresa and Helen right after this word with Mary Michele on WVIP. The Delta Shuttle is offering a low $49 Saturday fare. 11310. Mary Michele is here taking your calls on astrology. Teresa's on the line from Mount Kisco. Date of birth, February 16th, 1930. Teresa, good morning. You're on with Mary Michele.
Good morning.
Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning.
Did you have a particular question?
No, it's just what's going to, for the year, what's up for me for the year, health and everything else, whatever.
Okay, the sun in Aquarius, the moon in Libra, this is very harmonious. It's a very nice angle. Your ability to work between your conscious and your unconscious is good. The moon in Libra, your ability to be feminine has great, you have great power in the feminine in terms of beauty. You know how to work well with beauty. Your mother was probably somebody that understood the nature of beauty and fairness. Mercury in Aquarius, so Venus in Aquarius, Mars, oh goodness, you have a lot of Aquarius here. What's been your background? Have you done sort of innovative, have you worked with social groups? Have you done something a little different and out of the ordinary?
I was a caregiver, and, you know.
Did you work with groups of people, though?
I worked at, no, not, well, I did at one time, yes.
Because you're somebody, you know, with all this Aquarian energy, you're somebody that's very good at the social conscious. You're good at inspiring groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, this is something that I think if you can continue to do it, it's an ongoing thing that would be helpful for you. Did you enjoy that time in your life? Yeah.
Yes.
Are you working right now?
No, I'm retired.
Well, if you could go back and work with people, I think that this would be a good thing. Sometimes you might have ideas that would be a little ahead of their time. People might find them a little unusual. You might have to fight for your beliefs. But you are someone that is good at it, and Aquarius is what we call a fixed sign, so you're good at having your parameters, you know, in place and having a place of structure to fight from. You know, certainly, you know, with Uranus having gone into Aquarius in January, you're up for a time of looking for new ideas and trying to implement them. You might even feel like you're a little telepathic these days.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you for calling. All right, line 2 is Helen. Helen is calling from Bedford Hills. Date of birth, June 10th, 1936. I love the date June 10th. Don't ask me why, but I do. Helen, good morning. You're on with Mary Michele.
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you get a question?
Yes, Mary. I'd like to know about my health and future traveling. We love to travel, and I don't see anything ahead of us, so...
Okay, well, did you travel a lot last year?
No. The year before, we went to Florida, and I have been to Italy, but we do love to travel a lot.
Okay, let's see, the sun in Gemini and the moon in Pisces. Do you have a daughter?
I have 2.
You know, emotionally, has there been a little difficulty there?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, well, anyway, your ability with the moon in Pisces for the last couple of years, it's been your own feminine, your own unconscious, and the projection, you know, the women in your life. You know, there might have been sort of a little lack of structure, a little bit of chaos. You know, it might have been emotionally draining from time to time. It may not have been your daughters. It might have been, you know, women in your life, or your own, trying to understand your own feminine nature.
Well, my husband is Pisces.
Is he?
He can do a lot of training, yes.
Okay, well, this is very good. You know, they say, you know, the psychologist Carl Jung, he was very much into astrology, or used it in many different ways. And this particular configuration that you have with the moon in Pisces and his sun in Pisces was known as the classic. It was the best component for a marriage.
Right.
So, you know, maybe that's been a little chaotic over the last couple of years. But anyway, somehow in this unconscious area of your life, it's been a little difficult, but it's changed now. It's going on. You don't have to worry about that so much. You have a lot of Gemini. You have the sun in Gemini, Mercury, Venus, Mars. You know, this means that you're definitely somebody that likes to keep on the move and usually likes to do 2 things at once. Gemini is a sign of the twins, that the capability is of being able to walk, listen to the radio, chew gum, do everything all at the same time.
Right.
So, you know, I think that you, in terms of travel, what do you feel is holding you back?
Well, I have a 7-year-old grandson that I have custody of, and he's living with us, and I just thought maybe that would put a little burden on it. And also, money-wise, you know, it takes money to travel today.
And I just thought maybe something in the future would, happen that would help us financially.
Well, I think that it's probably a good time this year to really plan the trips. I don't see necessarily a lot of luck around the nature of travel this year. It doesn't mean that you won't travel. It just means that the focus would be more on you perhaps planning the trips.
Right.
And then in 97 would be a better time to actually make the trips happen. Is that helpful?
Well, yes, you did pretty well on that. And what about the health-wise?
Health. Well, Gemini rules the upper body, the lungs, the arms, so that in terms of, with all those planets in Gemini, you really are someone that needs to be outside and you need to do a lot of breathing. I mean,
right.
Not that we don't all need to breathe, but you need to be more active in your breathing,
right.
Really get out and do walking or you need that.
Right, that's true. Right, that's true.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, you're a great help, Mary. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. By the way, the number is 1-800-4-DISNEY. Plan your trip. Go to Disney World. A 7-year-old, you will have as good a time as your grandson.
Oh, that's a good idea, Mike. I like that. That's perfect.
I see I'm a dupe of all this advertising because I see this all the time. Oh, okay. It's 22 minutes past the hour. We're going to get back with Mary Michele. We have open lines at 241-1310. Want to remind you that the post offices in Brewster, Purchase, Rye, White Plains, and Yorktown will be open to midnight tonight, and this will allow you to get your taxes in. We're going to get to Michael, and I hope that's Pam. I'm not sure. I can't read the handwriting here. We'll find out momentarily. Back with Mary Michele in 1.
Are you thinking of making a dramatic change in your home?
Joe is here taking your calls on astrology at 241-1310. Michael is calling from Mount Kisco, date of birth July 1st, 1959. Almost a full Cancer. He is a Cancer, isn't he?
Definitely.
Oh, good morning, Michael. You're on with Mary Michele. Is that Michele?
Hello?
It's Michele.
It's Michal.
Michele. Oh, I know this lady.
You could say it better than that.
Right. Hey, listen, I can't read other people's handwriting. It's like mine. Good morning, Michele.
How are you?
Oh.
I'm just wondering, I hate doing this, but I'm really curious what you think in business.
Okay. All right, July 1st, 1959. You have the sun in Cancer and the moon in Taurus.
Right.
Which is, you know your chart?
Well, not that well.
Do you know your ascendant?
No.
No. Okay. The moon in Taurus is, you get what you need. It's the best place for the moon. It's exalted. So in terms of money, money will always come to you when you need it. Is there an authority problem in the workplace?
No. My husband and I are doing this joint venture that we're just doing, and I'm just curious how you thought that might go.
Well, you have a lot of planets in Leo. You have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Uranus in Leo. You're kind of a theatrical person.
Is he laughing?
Mike's laughing. Does he know you?
Yes, I do. I know her husband also. It's okay.
All right. Well, anyway, you have all of this theater. So, it can be theater or it can be working with children.
Uh-huh.
So if you, do you want to tell me what it is?
It's more computer oriented. It's more
high tech.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I think that you're a good salesperson. All this stuff in Leo means that sales is about theater. You've got to be able to entertain them and, convince them to buy and that kind of thing and make it fun. Usually people will sign the contract more when it's fun. So, if you're doing that aspect of the business, I would think that you would be very good at it. You have Saturn and Capricorn. There's a lot of luck in the structure for you this year, in creating structure. So if you're trying to set something up, it should, you have luck in terms of setting up that particular structure. Well, is there a particular problem with the business?
No. It's just brand new, and I was just hoping you were going to say it was going to be wonderful. That's all.
Well, I think it will be wonderful, but, I think that you're... The nature of Cancer is someone that does, the sun in Cancer, that's all you have really in Cancer. You don't have a lot of planets there. But nevertheless, the sun is the most important planet. And usually Cancer is someone that needs a tremendous amount of reassurance. And the irony, of course, is that they're leaders. So it's like the leader needs to be reassured. And, I think
That's very true, actually.
Yeah, and you're going to be fine, really. And you have to trust this childlike quality of Leo because you have so much of it. And be the child and have fun with it. And don't worry so much.
Okay.
Michele, I'm sorry that I got your name wrong,
That's
but now
all
I
right.
know who you are. I will say she's almost right on the nose on
Yeah,
this
that's
one.
pretty good. I have to say thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for calling. Let's get to Palm. Palm is calling from Mount Kisco. Date of birth is April 3rd, 1964. That's I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, okay. You're on with Mary Michele.
Hello, Mary Michele. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. How are you?
A little, I don't know, upset, a little... things are just in turmoil here, and I need something to help me. Something's got to help me.
Okay. All right, April 3rd,
Yes.
1964.
Yes.
The sun in Aries, the moon in Capricorn. This is a hard angle. It makes it difficult sometimes to resolve, the inner polarities of trying to be conscious and unconscious, the best of being, the best of doing, your ability sometimes to create the space and the time to relax is probably the most difficult for you. But in terms of the feminine in yourself, in your life, your mother, your children, if you have daughters,
Not yet.
your female friends, all of that aspect of your life is being kind of enhanced and exposed, and there's a lot of luck around it. So if you are, is there one area in particular that you're kind of concerned about?
Yeah, I guess so. We were just recently married, my boyfriend and I, okay? And out of goodwill, we had my brother-in-law, his brother, live with us, okay? He's moved in with us. Now he's like totally dominated. I mean, he will not do anything to, compensate us monetary-wise. I mean, he won't give me any money for like any of the utility bills, for the grocery bills. He just comes in here, waltzes around like he's the king, and then we're the ones who don't understand him.
Well, you're going to struggle with this guy. There's no question that you're going to struggle with him. But I think that, if you plan it out, if you don't react, with all these planets in Aries, you have a lot of planets in Aries. You have the sun in Aries, you have Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, you have a lot of Aries. And I think, as you know, Aries is the sign of the warrior. It's the great initiator. It's a cardinal sign. It's somebody that likes to be in charge of their life and certainly in their own home, usually likes to have their own business. So you are going to have some conflict with him but what you want to try and do, as, the nature of